Good morning. Good morning. Fresh back from VCon 2024. This is the Daily Comics Show live stream. I'm DJ Coffman, the cartoonist here at VeeFriends, drawing the daily comic strip, amongst other things. And this is the Daily Comic Show live stream. We are here. We are Tuesday. Yesterday, I spent all day on the plane going from palm trees back to pine trees here in Pennsylvania. This week I'll be live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 9:30, working on some comics. This is what we do in this stream. I'm going to open up a mini. I've got a nice surprise in here from VCon in a second. Do that. So open up some new minis, do a warm-up sketch, draw some comics live Q&A, say hello in the chat, and also talk about the gratitude jar. I'm going to open up some of these awesome gratitude notes from VCon and kind of just talk about my experience and takeaways. Morning refreshed helmet. Good morning over on YouTube. What's up? My favorite day is the 13th. My favorite day is the 13th as well of every month. Good morning, Dalton. What's up? What's up, Dalton? Good morning, Daddy Dolphin over on Instagram. People are watching on Instagram. We're live on Instagram, TikTok. Hey, Banksy's here. Good morning, Banksy. Stay out of trouble, Banksy. Just landed back home. I'm fresh off the plane. I didn't get home till like midnight last night. So midnight, get a shower, go to bed, wake up. Let's get back to work. Okay, so if you're not familiar with VeeFriends, VeeFriends is over 280 characters with the mission of making positivity louder, making soft skills cool, gratitude, kindness, patience. Here's a few of them here. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V, hence the V in the VeeFriends. We've got a trading card game. It's really awesome. And we've got these minis. So, something special here. Let me switch back to my little camera here. I've got the new seasons 3 and 4 of the minis. I'll explain what those are in a minute. I don't know if I could just go straight to my phone only camera. Oh yeah. So these little blue post-it notes as well. It's a little loud. Super loud. Here. These post-it notes were from the gratitude jar at VCon. So I had people write what they were thankful for and some contact information. And so let's just open one right now, like live. Some people just put their name and number on here. I'm going to get all these to Gary too at some point. Thankful for VeeFriends. I can't read that writing there. Gary and VCon. Thankful for Gary, VeeFriends and VCon. I read a couple of these. Some of them are really detailed and awesome, amazing. Thankful for my boys. I don't want to go. Oh, I should probably read these off in case there's a phone number on. I didn't think about that. Nobody call Connor. Don't do that. Sorry, Connor. All right, let me see here. I'll cover up the usernames. Life is beautiful. Thank you from France. We'll open up just 5 of these. Let's do that real quick. So yeah, people could win the gratitude jar that was at the table. Make sure there's no phone number on here. I'm grateful for my new VeeFriends, Alex Weber. Thank you. That's just the username. We'll do that. Alex Weber, Alexander Weber M. Grateful for new people coming into the VeeFriends family. Love that. I was paying attention, and DJ rewarded me with alpha. He's thankful for that. That was John V. So it was funny. That's about. There was only a couple times. I'm gonna get rid of this dolphin. I don't know what's. I just noticed that the dolphin's hanging out there. At the table, the one morning, there was only a couple people hanging around. There was a group off to the side, and they weren't really paying attention. But there was a couple people in front of me, so I showed them a sneak peek of the comic book. Gave them some really deep looks at the comic book. So, you know, let's do one more. These are fun. These are fun to open up. Let's see. I'll make sure I don't. No fun. Thankful for my family, my dogs, and my VeeFriends. All right, one more. These are addicting. I want to do one more. No phone numbers. Please don't. Okay. I'm grateful to see how happy and excited my husband has been to attend VCon and meet up with his people. I think this is from my wife. I think that's my wife's handwriting. I don't know. I don't think she wrote one. All right. Maybe. That looks like my wife's handwriting, but there's also another DJ there. So, thanks, Alicia. Thank you. All right, let's see what this one is. Okay. Jackie said, grateful for the inspiration and motivation we had this weekend by meeting awesome people here at VCon. That's my biggest takeaway is, let's just throw these over there. Some new minis. We got the new colors here of minis. I'm gonna open those in a second. I'm gonna open a purple one. So Scott, Mr. Squishy, was kind enough. I came up to him and I said, hey man, I need these new minis in my life so I can open some on the stream. First time they've been opened publicly, I think. So let's just open up the first one, see what's going to be the pencil topper for this morning. What are the minis? Heck yeah, let's talk about that real quick. If you go to VeeFriends.com, should be up here, VeeFriends.com. You can see minis here on the website. They are basically mini pencil toppers, and there's vending machine opportunities, so you can check out that too if you'd like to get these vending machines in your area. And we've had seasons 1 and 2 out, and there's a rarities, right? So like there's like lava, and I'm looking personally for these detailed ones, the ones that are like fully painted. They're all hand painted too. It's interesting. We've got gold and then diamond. I don't have a diamond. All my diamond ones are gone. Where are they? The diamond sparkly one. But they're pencil toppers, really. And that's this is season 1. Season 2. And so we've got season 3 now, and this is from season 4. So let's open this. See who's in there. It's a bubblegum fearless fairy. That's cool. They smell like bubblegum, these ones. So we'll put her on there, and that's the first time I've opened up a season 4 mini. Super excited. Looks pretty cool. Fearless fairy. I can't wait to get a detailed version. Also, yeah, I can't say anything else because I don't think it was released, so I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, almost said something. Fearless fairy is a very important character of the universe. By the way, read the comics online at Comic Corner. You can click that up there, and you can see all of the comics if they're not updated yet. There's quite a few, 7 months worth of comic strips in here. And I'll actually look at your questions here in a second. Let's get to the warm up. sketch. Let's do that. Gotta get my pencil moving. Like I said, I got off the plane last night. A little bit of delays and stuff, you know. It's typical. It happens. It happens. But yeah, yeah. VCon was a blast, man. Clear this. I did a Common Sense Cow warm-up sketch at VCon. Let's just get rid of this. But this is the Daily Comic Strip. We're live. I'll try to be live every morning unless I'm traveling or sick, something like that. Dentist appointment, you know, whatever. But it looks like I'm going to be pretty locked in here for a while. So let me get this set up and then I'll do some talking to you. I want to move Cow out of the way. Let's move her down. Get down there. So in the warm-up, these layers are not in order. Sorry, guys. Okay. Warm-up today is going to be Capable Caterpillar. During Gary's keynote speech at VeeCon, I'm just gonna look at your comments real quick. Hey, Morning Rocky over on TikTok. It was good meeting you in person. Yeah, Pudge TV season 4 was announced. Season 4 and season 3 of the minis. Hi from the air, Cowabunga Chen. What's up, man? Morning all. About to take off from Atlanta. So a lot of people going home from VCon right now. Safe travels. We skipped those earthquakes yesterday, so that was nice. Yeah, great to meet a lot of you. I see a lot of you in the chat. Dalton. Listening from Singapore. Hello. Skip Daddy. Skip Daddy G. That's a good username. I like that. Got home at 11. Yeah, I got home at midnight. Someone said, when did I get home? Well, I got home at, closer to midnight last night. Hope I had a great time at VCon. I had a blast. Craig had a blast at VCon. I'll talk more about that. Good morning, Master? I don't know. I don't know if I'm anything like that. Aw. Hope you had a good time with VCon. What about a VCon Australia? What do you think of that, Craig? It would have been good to have you there, but you know. Yeah, Mrs. Coffman. Well, she didn't take my last name, so she's Mrs. Monroe. But that's okay. It's okay. Mrs. DJ will say. She keeps me hydrated and okay. Oh, there's a lot of comments. I'm just gonna cruise through real quick. Thanks for watching. Let's get to drawing. Let's do some drawing here. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, warm up. Come on. All right, so Capable Caterpillar. Something I didn't know until actually the National, because Shells over in the VFam group told me, hey, did you know that the Capable Caterpillar was actually the first logo? Was going to be the logo, and they changed it to Black Cat at the last minute. That's how Gary rolls. Gary could just change his mind any minute, you know. But originally, Capable Caterpillar was going to be the logo for VeeFriends, because it was just very important to Gary. And I'm just riffing off the top of my head as I'm sketching this character for the first time here, but try to remember what he said. Was that he just felt grateful because his mom always told him he was grateful or capable of anything, so he always felt capable of anything. But then he felt like responsible almost, because he realizes there was a lot of people that didn't have that support structure of a mom telling them they're capable or something like that. And so that's how Gary's spirit is to kind of give back with these characters and the content he's been putting out for many years was really kind of backed by that feeling, I think. You know, I'm ad-libbing here a little bit, but, and I resonate with that because, you know, hey, listen, I came from a dysfunctional family. I had supportive people in my life. I can't say we were whatever, but I don't want to diss anybody out there that's in my family that was like, hey, I supported you. I get it, but I didn't really have a mom to be there to tell me I was capable. There was other people in my life that did that, and I never knew the difference. You know, it wasn't like when you grow up in a situation like that. If you just grow up however your family is, that's just how it is when you grow up. But for the people that did have supportive mentors and whatever, you kind of do want to give back to other people that don't have that. So totally get that. Also the signatures are okay. I'm gonna just do that detailed. So that's just a rough sketch. I'm gonna blow that up. I almost started to just go full detail on that. Just fade that out. So yeah, Gary got a little. That's Gary's soft spot, man. That's like his kryptonite. It's like family is very important. He doesn't forget. That's why he holds up the number 5. You know, too. There's a story behind that. But his mom always gave him that spirit of you were capable. Now I don't know why they changed. I don't know exactly why they changed it the last minute. I do know that there's that idea of changing to the black cat because the black cat's our logo. Was that like the world told you the black cats were unlucky, and so therefore it became that he wants to show you that like what you've been told isn't the truth, right? Like just because someone told you a thing doesn't have to make it so. So that black cat's our very, 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 very lucky cat. Black cat. Get it? He's got Gary's signatures as the eyes, or the eyebrows there. So, that's cool. Hey, thanks for watching over on Instagram. By the way, I forgot to mention it. We got 190 watching right now. Let me just get back. No, let me just do the plugs. Turn back on those plugs real quick. The new YouTube channel. So we're going to be building this YouTube channel out. VeeFriends Comics. And little by little, it's all going to kind of filter over to there. Right now I'm streaming across all these platforms, but this is where we're really going to build out what's to come in the as we build out this mega comics empire, let's call it. Comics animation live streams community. This is the hub where we would like to get you to go to. So if you want to subscribe there, make sure we're going to do some like exclusive streams from there. Please do that. Do that. Did I get to watch any speakers? Someone asked. No, I didn't. I wanted to initially. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna go watch Lewis Howes, and like I wasn't really attending the conference as like a normal attendee, I guess. I really enjoyed kind of bebopping around from place to place, just kind of as I would walk. It was, someone was, like my mind's all over the place this morning about vegan. There's so much to digest. I'll probably talk about it all week, but I couldn't really walk from, a few feet, not a few feet, like a few booths or something, without somebody saying, DJ, what's up? And like introducing themselves to me. So that's very awesome. Like that's so cool that you guys are, paying attention and watching, and I'm just appreciative of the kind words and support for the comics and the mission behind VeeFriends, and I'm just supportive of that. So that made me that fuels me then, and I'm like, all right, you know, I got to stay out here and meet as many people as possible. And because, like, how often am I going to get that chance to be in person and maybe sketching you something? So I tried to sketch as much as possible as well. What am I drawing? I'm drawing the capable caterpillar as a warm-up sketch right now before I get into some other stuff. We'll show you. Yeah, so that was interesting, but and got the question a lot, like, is this weird for you now that, like, you're famous or something? And I was like, well, I don't feel famous, you know. And it's not weird to me. It's definitely the most that I've been recognized, even though it's not weird to me because I did comic books for so long. I did 13 years in the comic book industry. Here, let's switch to this. 13 years in the comic book industry, so I did get fans of my old stuff, but not like this, so that's for sure. I didn't set my timers, guys. All right, there we go. But so yeah, I got that a lot. They're like, "Is this wild for you? Like you're instantly famous?" And I'm like, I don't really care about that part. I'm very appreciative, like I said, I'm very appreciative of people following the comic. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're gonna fix this body a little bit. I'm being really technical right now, guys. Counting the segments of this caterpillar. So I know Shells will be watching and she'll be like, hey, listen, you know, you gotta work on that a little bit. It's her favorite character. Yeah, but I just, my wife likes to watch whenever I hand a card to somebody, and there's like a moment of like joy or something that happens, and she's like, did you give the card to someone without me seeing it? She likes to see the people's reaction whenever I surprise them with a card. And I wish I could draw for everybody. It's just not possible. One guy's like, people just come up and order from you like a drive-through menu or something. I'd like a number 3 with the and then they leave. And there were a few people like that. But I know that, like, also another feeling is that it's really strange for me to hear that, you know, oh, that's my favorite thing of the entire weekend. And I'm like, what? No. You know, because there's so many awesome speakers and things like that, too, that, you know, I never want to, I don't know, it's just very humbling because there's so much awesome stuff with VeeFriends. You know, even sometimes I would consider better, you know, artwork and things. I'm like, okay, I got to do better. You know, I got to work harder to get better, and it's don't want to. I take it very seriously, guys. I'm a very I've said it in the streams before, but I told somebody at the very end, came up to me at the concert and said, you know, what's it like working with Gary, and like, what's it like, and I'm like, well, it's cool. I was like, but he's very busy, so it's not like we're just hanging out playing all day. But I was like, but it is like, it's like playing, it's like play. It's like, I've described it as Gary's given me these toys that he owns and he created, and allowing me to play with them and experiment and see, and like we work together on things. You'll see the origin story of the Gratitude Gorilla this week. Okay, this is looking okay. for the caterpillar warm up. All right, let's do that. But yeah, you'll see it's really fun to work together on that. So season 4 versus season 3. Let's do this. All right. If you're live in the chat, these are the new minis. We got seasons. I'll put this on the left. Season 3 versus season 4. Which one should I open, blue or green? So put it in the chat, blue or green. I'm going to wait a couple seconds here to see. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to knock off the Fearless Fairy bubblegum. These are the new minis. I'm super excited about these. Morning Alex over on TikTok. Okay. I'm waiting for your green versus blue. Green versus blue. Put it in the chat. Only got 5 people watching now on Instagram. Wait, I'm not zoomed through. Please don't. Off for the night. Hey, Mount Dubu. I think that's your name. Thanks for stopping in. Trying to scroll through this chat here. Wow. Okay, guys. All right, what do we got? Let's go. We got green, blue, green. Okay, green it is. That's enough of that. This is season. I'm not new to these. Season 4 again. Season 4s are purple and green, which is cool. Let's pop this open and see who's in here. We've got a detailed narwhal, nifty narwhal. That's awesome. Sweet. That definitely a detailed beats the Fearless Fairy here. Let's put her up there. It's fun to have this is the first time. Thank you again to Mr. Squishy and the Minis team for allowing me to take some of these home. I got with Scott right before we were gonna part, and I said, "Hey man, I'm gonna open these on the stream next week. Can you like load up my bag with like some?" I opened 5 per stream, and he just started picking them out. So we'll probably do some more collaborations with the Minis team. It's just fun. It makes sense, you know. They're pencil toppers. I get my artist friends all the time that are saying like, where are these? Where do you get these? But this is the nifty narwhal. Try to get a nice view of that. Hand painted. Yeah, very cool. These are really neat. Very neat. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Alex says the view's different on TikTok. TikTok only has basically this view. This is like the TikTok view. That's all you get. The other sketches I did, someone asked. This was Gutsy Gecko, Aspiring Alpaca, Kindred Kangaroo, Loyal Lobster, Bombastic Baboon. So yeah, we're in the middle of doing some. I gotta finish some comics actually, so let's get into that. But today we'll read today's comic. Let's look at yesterday's comic real quick. And it was, of course, a thank you from the Gratitude Garden. Thank you for VCon. We got a VFan member here. Bummed. I gotta tell you a story. This is I accidentally drew Austin in here. I was like, let's go back and look. I'll just show you real quick because I think you might want to look. Let's just go with the video time-lapse replay. You can see how this kind of came together. By the way, I'm kind of like perturbed because Instagram keeps labeling these AI generated, and you could see I got the receipts to prove that I hand drew this. You know, so I don't know why. I think it's because it can't distinguish the coloring files from, as you can see here, I drew like a sad. First he had a hair, and I was like, oh, he needs a hat. And at some point I drew a baseball hat, I thought, on the kid. Let's see. I thought I did. Yeah. Really quick, I had a hat, and then I drew, and I was like, oh wait, bucket hat. And then I'm like, oh no, now it looks like, and I'm like, what color's the hat? Pink. All right, cool. It turned into Austin, I guess. Just, you know, when I think of VCon, like, I'm just trying to think of like the spirit of what a VCon attendee would look like, and like Austin really captures that, I think, too. So, you know, not really Austin, but could be, but in the spirit of what the VeeFriends community is like. There he is. So that was the idea here. Was this one was, why are you so bummed? Oh, VCon is over. I miss it so much already, don't you? Gratitude Gorilla's like, don't be bummed. Don't be bummed that it's over. Be grateful that it happened. We had 3 amazing days together. Tons of awesome speakers and talent. The sweetest merch. And best of all, the new friends we made. And boy, there were a lot of new people there. That were kind of just like newish to VeeFriends, which was cool. I like that. Brofit said, looking forward to meeting me at the next VCon. Yes, indeed. Don't know when that will be, but we'll figure it out. VeeFriends are forever. When you put it like that, I feel so much better. Mission accomplished. Also, mission accomplished in 3 years of VeeCon for them. Let's look at today's comic strip that I'm going to get into for the next hour or so. Working on the new comic strip. So here we have Gratitude Gorilla on a hillside saying thank you in different languages. And for the first time in the comic strip, we've got who was born in 1997 rolling up. Who are you talking to up here, Gratitude Gorilla? Oh, just the universe itself, you know? Like, what? So, every morning I thank the universe for 5 new things, like that I can see or I can feel. I have food and shelter, and good friends like you. Wow. Now you try. So you can write down something that you're thankful for in the chat or on a piece of paper. I've got these gratitude papers from the gratitude jar at VCon. So I'm gonna open up one now. I gotta make sure there's not a phone number on it. Grateful for my wife's patience. Poker Pros. FT. It's good to meet you. Poker Pros is a little crumbly. It's cool. Let's open up another one. Make sure there's no phone number on here. I already opened that one. One second. Let's get this. Gotta make sure there's no phone number. No contact information. Okay. I'm grateful for my family. Was from Rakeem. That's nice. Oh, gotta make sure I don't open one. I haven't opened these, so, you know. Hello, Jane said, I'm grateful for family and health. Family and my health. One more. These are like addicting to open up, just like that. Oh, that's nice. This is Ryan Turner. who you might know as like collecting the V dads plus collecting the Knowing Gnome. On day 3 of VCon, I'm missing my daughters and wife. Grateful for them in my life outside of my V fam. I feel ya, Ryan. I was definitely missing home and was lucky to have my wife with me on the trip. So she's probably sick of watching, sick of hearing great things about me. No. No, she's very supportive. Okay, so I'm finishing up this strip today. This is the 3 monkey system, so we've got our 3 monkeys here. I'm just going to turn off the text. I'm going to ink these up while I talk to you a little bit more. Have a good day. Drink lots of water. Oh, Alicia's listening. Alicia, go to work. No, it's fine. And she's on X too. Like, we got to get you over on. That's fine. I don't care. I'll drink lots of water if there's coffee in it. Let's do that. How's it going, Rogers Entertainment? What's up? How are you? I'm doing great. Fresh back from VCon. I got these new minis to open up. Seasons 3 and 4 of these minis. Pretty cool. Let's go back to this view. There's the nifty narwhal. This might be my favorite so far. I've seen the burglar. Yeah. You know. Gosh, let's go ahead and let's open up a new one. Let's do pink versus blue. Pink versus blue in the chat. Pink versus blue in the chat. I'll give a couple seconds to catch up here. Yeah, I got back last night, like I said. Midnight. Let's do a real quick recap. But do blue versus pink in the chat. Or on Twitter, wherever you're commenting. If you're not familiar with VeeFriends, VeeFriends.com is over 280 characters designed to make positivity louder, created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You can look through all of the characters here online. We've got the trading card game. We've got the minis, which I'm about to open here in a second. Minis. VCon's over, so there's no tickets available. New children's book. We got all kinds of stuff happening up here in the corner. You can hit Comic Corner, or if there's a character that has comics, if you click them, like Bad Intentions here, should go. It should also pull in some of the comics that Bad Intentions is in. He's only been in a couple of the comics here. And then up in the top corner, Comic Corner, you can actually read the comic strips. They're 4-panel comic strips, classic comic strips. You can download a pretty decent high-res version if you'd like to print it out yourself. You can share it with your friends if it's resonating with you. And of course, there's a whole archive to read on there. I'm here doing the live streams, usually 8 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. New series, yes, these are the series 3 and 4. So this here is season 3, and we've got season. Oh, this is season 3 too. So what do we got? I'm gonna go back. Purple. We got a purple. Someone said purple. I think they mean that. Purple. Got a vote. Purple. Great. I don't see it. Wait. I'm looking at 3 chats here, guys. I'm looking at 3 chats. There we go. Purple, purple. Blue from Alex. Blue from Steve. Purple from Jay. Okay, this is, I got purple it is. This is actually a hot pink, but if it's showing up as purple, that's cool. Maybe it is purple, I don't know. Let's open this one up, see what's inside. I don't even know, I don't have the characters memorized what's gonna be in this season, so I don't know. I think this is a jackal? Wait, this is a mouse? No. I don't know this one. I don't have a list of the characters, but I like the tail going up the back. Who is this? Have a great day, Alex. Thanks for popping in the chat. I don't expect everybody to watch an hour and a half every day. You don't have to do that. This is just me warming up, getting ready, working on some comics here. That does not beat. I think that's the... Oh, man. It's going to drive me crazy. I need a list of these characters now. I was not provided a list of the characters. I just said, Mr. Squishy, give me a bunch. NFTs have fallen off. Oh, no. If anything, I think that I get a lot of comments like that because I know people like whatever, but Craig watches every single stream start to finish because you never know, man. You never know when I might just accidentally drop something, right? I think, Craig, you got a package coming to you. I gotta get the tracking information. It feels like it's taking forever to get to you. Better not get lost. I'll be upset. Yeah, that was fun to show off some stuff at the booth for those paying attention, because it was busy. There was a lot to do. There was a lot of box breaks happening. There was a lot of speakers, things like that. So I appreciate everybody. A lot of people said like, "Oh man, I missed you seeing your times. I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "Don't be sorry." Oh my gosh, like. As you see, there will be more chances to meet in person, I think. Someone asked in the chat, do I know when the next VCon is? I do not know. Quite frankly, I believed, and I was not just my own belief. I thought maybe that was going to be the last one. So I wasn't surprised when he was going down that path. Gary was talking about like, hey, for those that are not in the know, what happened was, let me retell this story as far as I know it to be true, and correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but when the VeeFriends launched the NFT project, I hate even saying NFT project, but it's a Web3 community really. When they launched the NFTs, it was like, hey, if you got a Series 1, it came with a ticket to VCon for 3 years. He committed to doing 3 of them, and that digital collectible, that NFT. I say digital collectible a lot because it's a good way to describe to people that have the freak clue what Web3 is. It's still very confusing to the common people, and really what we're trying to do with VeeFriends is now blow it up so that more people know what it is and reach a larger audience. So people don't know what NFT means. They don't know what blockchain is. They don't know what Web3 is. Like, common everyday people don't know. But this is a way we can educate them by bringing them into this. So once people are in and they're collecting, they go, what is that? What is that NFT? I've had these conversations like, what does that mean? And they were like kind of expensive at first, and there was let's call it a bubble. But yeah, those gave you some access to VCon, and some of them were special. Some of them may still be special in the future. Who knows? I don't know. Like the Loyal Lobsters owners just got free lobster sent to them. Just very, randomly, I guess. You just never know. You just never know. The opportunity in the future, if you hold, could be a lot of things, you know? But you shouldn't just hold it for that. It should be more of, you know, what character are you resonating with and why, you know? But that's the gist of it. That's how it launched, was a Web3 community. But I really think, like, even though NFTs have fallen off a bit, that VeeFriends really does feel like what it said it was going to do. It was going to be a Web3 community, different, you know, a community of diverse people and business and creativity and everything, like. And that's everything we saw at VCon was what VeeFriends should be. And it's only 3 years in. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's so many interesting things that could happen from here. Like, what if it wasn't gated? Like, what if a VCon wasn't gated to NFTs, you know? Like, what if you didn't have to have a digital ticket like that? Like, I'm going to go to Vid Summit soon, and those tickets are $1,000. Right? Like, and it's packed. It's packed. So, I mean, I'm so grateful that we've been able to do this at a very reasonable cost, I think, for the speakers and the value you get being there. But beyond the speakers and stuff at VCon, I'm going to say it's very similar to Vid Summit, where it's just the community so strong. You know, friends, real friends, supporting each other, and, you know. How do I get one of those sketch cards? Oh boy. That's a good question. Right now, the sketch cards are shut off. Anybody I promised a sketch card to, or if I talked to you and I said, I'm going to hook you up, I will get you hooked up. But we got a lot of work to do behind the scenes, so just be patient. And yeah, but we got you. We got your name. I got a little spreadsheet, a little booklet, and my wife was just like, Alicia was saying, you should just take a morning and just bang them all out and be done. And I'm like, well, yeah, maybe, but got to get ahead on the comic strip. That's my main mission right now for the rest of the month. Is we're finishing up the comic book. It's done. The comic book is done, by the way. The interiors are done. I have some final lettering to do, just some final touch-ups. Gary got to review it. It'll be going off to the printer. This is the goal by the end of the month. Printer, you know, I can't say much more about that. Somebody's calling me from New York. I'm not going to answer that live. Sorry, guys. Oh, man. Did it kill me out of my stream? Wow. I would assume that if it was somebody from work, they would be messaging me and not phone calling me. Okay, well, if you're listening to this, there's like somebody saying, like, shut up, DJ, stop talking. I have a lot to say. Anyways, the comic book. The comic book is exciting. And we're doing some other work behind the scenes on that this month. And it's special. That's a very special one. It's the very first one, and it's a good story. And like I said, everyone will get to be able to read it, but the only people that will get the comic book itself, the slabbed comic, are the gift codes. Just like I was saying earlier, you know, gift goats were an NFT, a digital collectible. That if you bought a gift goat, you got a special gift every couple so often. I don't know what the schedule was, but you got some cool stuff from Gary gifted to you. And so he wanted to make sure that the gift goats got this comic book #1 first. And you know, there's a lot of comic books out there, you know, and no ego or anything like that when I say this, but I think VeeFriends just hits different. Like, what I mean by that is, you know, Spider-Man and Ninja Turtles and stuff like that, all awesome escapism, but Gary wants to go a bit deeper with the characters, and we could still have a lot of fun on the surface with things, but we really want to make people think and feel and, you know, laugh and all that stuff, you know, like it's, but also just like help as many people as possible. So inspire you, give you that insight, that support, make you feel capable, make you get off your butt, start moving. All of that. All of that. That's fun. But yeah, it's just, I wrote the book, and it's basically based on things that Gary, you know, the spirit of what Gary says in a deeper way than just that, what we've seen so far. It'll be the first time that something's like, it's gonna hit you, like, it even made me, you know, might make you cry a little bit, maybe a little bit too. So it's kind of like, all right, let's see, I'm gonna crying meter and see how many people I can make cry. So it's my gauge to success. I want to make you cry. Okay, the inks on this one are done. Let's just letter up these. I want to do hand lettering on these. Check your comments. Yeah, Hero by Night was really good. If you read Hero by Night, I did Hero by Night a little while ago. Someone was still asking about the sketch cards. I'm glad people are excited about those sketch cards, but really it's if you don't know, let's just take a look. You know what I'm talking about. What? It's me, I promise. I promise you it's me. Okay. These are some of the sketch cards that I do. One-of-ones. Basically, again, just for kind of the community, you know. And they track them. I number them. Some of these were drawn at VCon. Down Dog here was drawn at VCon. Even there's, you know, these aren't cards, but this was like one-of-one tracker. This was I can't remember the name, sorry, but we were at the brunch party and the clownfish here was the fella's favorite character. Sorry, I'm not gonna match your name with the experience. I could see your face. But Gary showed up at the brunch too, and I'm like, dude, you should just go over and get Gary to sign this right now. And he's like, oh, I don't want to bother him. I got time with him later. And I'm like, just go over there, just get it. So we got Gary's and my signature there. That's cool. Congrats to Thought Wrong. He won the tournament. So he actually got that Black Cat card, and I drew him a Lava Harpic. So yeah, those are fun, and I'm glad that people are excited about them. And someday, you know, maybe I'll draw for everybody, but for now. It's kind of like a, how do you get one? Is like hang out in the streams. If I see your name a lot, I get to know you. We have a conversation. Maybe I meet you in person sometime at one of these shows. I think the next one I'll be out is probably New York Comic Con. I won't be at Fanatics Fest. But, you know, I like to just surprise and delight you, you know. It's my way of also saying thank you back. But I've had people say, hey, I'll pay whatever for that. I'm like, it's not for sale. Like, not for sale. And I don't care if you sell them, by the way. You can sell them, you can trade them, whatever you want to do. I won't be hurt by that. I've had that question before. It just brings me, if it brings you joy, then that's cool. And also if you need help and my art was able to help you pay a couple bills or something, then that's even, that means a lot too. So, because we're all out here, you know, out here in it together. Some people are more fortunate than others. And my wife and I were talking about this, and we were laughing. We're like, isn't it crazy? There's some people that are like, they think they can just buy everything they want, and they can't buy that. For me, like, unless you're Gary, or you know, that's it. Like, Gary's the only one. If Gary was like, DJ, I'll pay you whatever for a card right now for this guy, I'll do. Okay, because like, listen, I don't own these characters. Like, you don't own these characters. Gary owns these characters. These are Gary's toys, and I take that pretty seriously. So I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not side hustling off this brand, you know, like, I'm not doing that. If you have a side hustle off this brand, then I don't mind at all. I don't think Gary minds at all. Like, as far as if you're trading and selling the cards and the collectibles and things, that's part of having something that you collect. So, but yeah, my wife and I were laughing about that, because it was like, never for sale. Like, and I don't want to sound pretentious, like I don't need the money or something. Like, money's fine. I got some debt. Would love to pay off some credit card debt for sure. That's one of our private goals. But my wife said something. She's like, some people have never, they don't have, I think she said that they don't have the jacket story. And I'm like, what's I trying to remember what she was talking about. Well, when I was like 18, I came to Pennsylvania, moved back to Pennsylvania with nothing but, I had $60 in my pocket, October of 1994. I had $60, and I did not have a winter coat. Didn't have a coat, and it was October in Pennsylvania. So I go across the street to this little Army-Navy store, and turns out it was owned by my older brother's best friend, and they used to come and do karate and stuff when I was a little kid. They would fight each other with sticks, these big pole sticks and put holes in the ceiling fighting with these bow staffs. Uh-oh, I killed the feed. Uh-oh. Come back. No. One moment. Bump that wire and it's like, it's very testy. I might have just killed the feed. Let's see. Oh, darn. Oh no. Okay, we'll figure this out. One moment. So yeah, I didn't have a coat. Went to the Army Navy store. Oh darn! I bumped that cord, and now my camera doesn't want to reset the stream. Okay. Do I have a iPad only setup? I do. Well, we're just gonna. This is very zoomed in, but listen. Let's do it this way. Oh man, darn! Ruined my story time. Anyways, I had $60 in my pocket when I moved back to Pennsylvania, and didn't have a winter coat. Went over there with like $60, and I'm like, "What can I get?" And he gifted me the coat. He was like, "Dude, it was like an East German army coat." Also, you can see that coat in the movie Dogma. I'm an extra in that movie. And I'm on a people mover of some kind. Kevin Smith's movie. Oh, guys, look. This is Miss Peach. Sorry, I bumped the camera and the cord went off. Nothing I can do about that. So we're doing all iPad now. My bad. How about we do this though? I'm gonna zoom in on this a little bit. Just make myself a little bit bigger. Move this down. Do this in real time. Unlock all these things so I can move these things down. But it's me. I'm DJ. This is the live VeeFriends comic. The dolphin's over here. Today's the day. All right, cool. Anyway, I wanted to show you my cat. That's Miss Peach. Let's do blue versus purple. Blue versus purple in the chat. I'm going to give it a couple seconds because we're a little bit delayed on YouTube and Instagram. We've got a purple over on X or TikTok. Steve. Morning, Steve. Steve, I have your stuff. I need to ship it and I need to do a better job of tracking it. I got some stuff for you, Steve. Sorry, you're probably like looking at all these other cool things that are coming out and you're like, where's mine? Blue. Blue. Here it comes the blue. Blue. Purple. Blue. All right, blue it is. These are the let's go to this camera here. Season, what is this? Season 3 minis. Let's open this up. Given to me by Mr. Squishy. He loaded my bag up with a few. I'll get another shipment of these, but the colors are really cool. Oh, wow. We've got an adaptable alien. Change the lighting over here. Nope. That's good enough. Adaptable alien. Bubblegum. I like it. I don't know that it beats the... I don't think it beats the narwhal. It just doesn't. So let's put him up. And then we'll go back to... Man, I can't believe I totally... If you want the other scene, you're gonna have to go to the other stream. But TikTok can still see my other view. My bad. Zach, VCon was great. I've been talking about it during the stream. Kind of got a lot to digest in my thoughts. And I'm all over the place with it, honestly. It was great. One word I would say, one word to kind of sum up the feelings is community. We've got that community online, but that community definitely exists in spirit. The spirit of VeeFriends in general. 400 people watching right now, and I broke the other, no beat is okay. I don't know what's going on. Let me read this. Helmet, nice detail. Love those. Rocky. All right, cool. Okay. I've got one more of those to open today. I'm going to open up 5 of the new minis on that. But yeah, I didn't have a chance to like really write down my thoughts. So throughout the streams this week, I'm really gonna zoom in on my thoughts, kind of digesting everything. But the first word I could think of is just that community, man. The supportive community. It's definitely the most I've been recognized ever, which was super weird, in a good way, I guess. Like I'm not. I don't care. It's kind of the topic of today is like I don't really care about the fame part of anything like that. If anything, it's a little strange to me, but I'm okay with it. Like as long as people are cool, and but it's okay to be recognized. And I like the couple people in the airport. Couple fans in the airport too were like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's going on? I feel bad because I can't remember everyone's names. I'm better at faces, and I can't really. I will remember your face after a while, but and name for sure. But like if I meet you for the first time and you're like, I'm so and so on Twitter, and I'm like, oh. Man, I'm never going to remember this. I'm so sorry. And I don't want to be pretentious or anything like that. Like, And then the second thing is that, of course, I do those art cards because as my way of saying thank you back for reading the comics and the nice things you say. And I also just to kind of like, I really appreciate the fact that you guys have been in it for a while, like many of you. That is a cool cat. She just chills back there, man. She just chills. She hasn't been there. That cat has not been back there like that for a while. That's Miss Peach. She has not hung out up there for a long time like that. She missed me. Oh. Hey, look at this. It's a narwhal. You like it? Do you like it? All right. I think she approves. I wonder what she like a bubblegum alien. Let's check it out. Let's see if she does the. Let's see if she smells this. You want to smell that? No. She's not interested. Maybe that's how we do the minis. We say, which one do you like better? But we're gonna go with it. We're gonna keep the narwhal action on there. Sorry, I broke the other camera. Didn't break it. I just when I bumped the stream or I bumped the record, it'll knock the thing off and then it won't reconnect unless I totally end the stream and reset. Total bummer. Happens. Yeah, so I was just doing some fun stuff there too. Like I did the gratitude jar. So gratitude jar, I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger as I'm talking here, maybe. Gratitude jar was, I had you fill out the little blue post-it notes, which I also didn't think that through, because when I brought them home, the cat now thinks it's a toy. She wants to chase them. I had people write down what they were thankful for and a contact information, and then would do some giveaways at the booth there. And that was really cool. So now I got some stuff to open up on the stream. Gonna get all those notes to Gary at some point. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. But like I was saying earlier, my wife was saying it's funny that there's a couple people that came up and said, like, how much? How much? And I'm like, oh man, no, I don't sell. I'm not gonna sell these. They're not, it's like a service that you could just buy, you know. It's just something I do when I feel it. Like, I gotta feel it. So some people, I mean, everybody's cool. Everybody's cool, so, you know, but I had to shut off the requests coming in from the DMs for right now. That's not really how it works. If you don't read the comics and I don't know your name and I don't hang out with you, I consider it like meeting you. Like, I've not met Craig, and Craig's in every single stream, you know, so I know his name's Zach, you know, and yeah, it's something to look forward to too. You know, I've got a list to do, and I'll get to everybody at some point to figure that out. Something to look forward to. Good morning, DK and Megan over on TikTok. 418 watching now. We've also talked about one of the other feedbacks I got. So I got some like feedbacks, like not negative, but just like, of course, the West Coast people were like, man, I wish the streams were a different time. And I'm like, okay. So that was a big one, the time frames. So I might need to, you know, maybe mix it up a little bit with some streams. We'll see. Like right now would probably be a good time to begin going live, but I don't know, because sometimes I have meetings in the morning, so it's, you know, getting my pencil moving in the morning is like what this stream is about. By the way, over on the where are we? Where do we go? The new YouTube channel. You guys are going to want to subscribe there. Trust me. VeeFriends Comics. You can go to this shortcut if you'd like. VeeFriends.com YT Comics. We'll take you there to subscribe. We're going to have a lot more comics, animation, live streams, and really kind of building out the comics part of the community over there. The view's okay? Okay. So make sure you are subscribed over there. There's going to be the live streams. Everything is over on VeeFriends Comics. I'll still continue to stream from some of these other places. Hello, XS Mom. Over on Instagram. Yes. Awesome. Thanks for subscribing to the new YouTube channel. That's going to be definitely a big part of the future of the comics. You might have seen Gary actually had a slide that was like, what's next? And I'll talk about that more this week for sure on these streams. But cartoons and comics were the #1 thing on the list. And we have a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Tons of it I can't talk about, just ideas and such. But we're gonna rest assured we'll be working on this for a while. So, and I hear the feedback. I got to have so many good conversations, Zach. So many good conversations. Just that, it was really, I'm sure Gary hears this stuff all the time, especially in the selfie line and stuff like that, but I heard it and it was just really touching, it made me feel really good to know that, like, someone will say, like, hey, I read the comic and that one comic, I needed it that day. Like, I just need it helped me in the morning, get through it. And I was like, oh man, that's super awesome. Like, here, like, let's I'm just gonna pull from this bag just another thank you note, a great gratitude note. Gotta make sure there's a phone number on this one. Joe. This is from Joe. Joe Atang. And it says, I'm gonna read it. It's a lot to read there. My lighting's not great. It says, for Gratitude Gorilla Week, and that's what we're in. By the way, this is Gratitude Gorilla Week at VeeFriends. For Gratitude Gorilla Week, I'm grateful for my parents. It's becoming more and more obvious as a parent that they really did an awesome job. I wouldn't be where I'm at or who I am without their guidance. Keep up the great work, DJ. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate you. And one more. But I got to hear these stories in person. Like, people would just say, like learning about people's lives and what they're going through. I'm grateful for, I can't read the handwriting. This is John. I'm grateful for the safe, I don't know the word, the spellings, sorry. The safe space, VeeFriends, and the vast knowledge plus life experience they are sharing to help me better my life. Safe something. I'm sorry, John, I can't read your handwriting, bro. But I'm right there with you. One more. These are addicting. These are like opening minis, like ripping minis, but we're ripping gratitude notes this morning. This one is from Rob Messer. Well, we know Mr. Messer. Rob Messer. Well, you can't even read that, but don't worry about that. He just said, grateful for this incredible, kind, and thoughtful community, Mr. Messer. VFam sessions. Right on. Just like I said, that was the first word. If I had one word to describe what VCon was about, it was the community coming together, and there was new people too. New people are shy, also, it's cool to have like the groups, like, we have like the Hangout Hawks, and like people are in like little groups together. I would just encourage, like, I think Gary said it from the top, would be to always be, well, and we are, I feel like everybody is welcoming, but try to like curb any kind of like elitism or something like that, you know. Like, I talked to one lady that was a owner of a cow, I think, and she said, I said, oh, that's really awesome, and the thing that she said was, well, you know, I tried to get involved, but when I said I owned a cow, then it was just like, oh, okay, like you don't own one of the cool ones. And I told her, I was like, oh my gosh, like, number one, they're all cool, right? But she just felt like maybe other, and so just be aware that that's how. I'm sure that that's not how anybody that I know in this community would ever be, but just know that there's like a perception of, well, I'm not as cool as those kids, you know. So if you're part of those cooler groups, I guess, or the more well-known groups, make sure you're reaching out to some other collectors and owners. I mean, I know you do, but just know that I've had a couple of those conversations out there where people felt like maybe they try to keep this view here. Maybe they just felt a little bit like, and so that made them kind of go in their shell, right? And we want to make sure that people are out of their shell a little bit and feeling welcoming. And even like, I know people are shy, you know. I could see when I was drawing there, the one day I just decided to like, okay, I'm going to move over to this picnic table and I'm going to draw as many, you know, head sketches or quick drawings as I could do. I wasn't happy with some of them personally because the heat, it was so hot. And I never experienced this so far, was the markers that I use were like not adhering too well to the, it was like the ink was melting almost. So they weren't adhering too well to the Bristol board that I use, and I'd go to erase it and I'd smudge and I'd be like, oh, it's driving me bonkers. So I felt like people weren't getting quality, but people were stoked, you know. I was just like, oh man, it's so much better to get, you know, when I'm home. But yeah, it's just me being a picky artist, you know. But yeah, anyways, I know that there are some people out there that feel like their character isn't as good as the other characters, but that is not true. That's not true at all. And if anything, you know, you can grow your own community too if you'd like. So yeah, when I was drawing outside, as I was saying, I'm a scattered brain here. I've been up for a while. And so I'm a little tired. I'd see people off to the side watching, and I know that they would want to like say hello or you know, they didn't want to ask for a drawing, you know, or something like that. That happens a lot. And when I see them, I usually look over and point at them and say like, hey, what's your favorite VeeFriend? And then make the introduction, you know. Like everybody's super chill. It's really weird. Okay, so I got a really good story to tell you. I'm sitting there drawing, and this other table, right, the picnic table across from me, these folks sit down. I don't want to say they look fancy, but like they got nice sunglasses on, and they look like, well, you know, like hip, like cool. And they're over there. And I can't tell if they're looking at me or not because they're wearing sunglasses. And I'm feeling like, oh, they're watching me draw. And like I just felt like this. I felt a vibe. I felt some kind of vibe. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like, oh, I just didn't know what to think. I'm like, I felt like, oh man, I hope. In my own mind, I started thinking things like, and I'm like, that's not true. Like, whatever I think that they're thinking, this is not true, right? Like, and does that ever happen to you, like where you do that, where you're just like they're judging me or something like that, you know? And I was like, I was feeling this feeling, and so but I kept thinking to myself, oh, that one guy looks really familiar. Do I know him from the streams or from social? And I was like, I can't quite place him. And then it hit me that the one guy who wasn't wearing sunglasses, because I could see his face, was Eddie Gangland. Eddie Gangland, I've been following his art for a little bit, his story. And he was one of the people that I wanted to meet at the show, actually. I saw he was coming. And I just immediately went over and I was like, yo, man, Eddie. And I hate interrupting people too. Like if they're in the middle of a conversation, I really don't like to go, excuse me. But I did it. And I was like, hey, I'm sorry to interrupt, but are you Eddie? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm DJ, I draw the comics. And he was like, oh my God. And he stood up and gave me one of his stickers. He had like these rare stickers that he's given out. And we had a good conversation. And it turned out the other artist that had the sunglasses on, they were artists as well. And they're super cool and chill, right? But I didn't let that initial feeling of like, oh man, I'm getting like a strange vibe, and like, are someone judging me, or like, do they think I'm trying to be special by sitting here drawing or something? You know, like those things that go on in our heads. Number one, I hate that. Number two, they call that psychologists and stuff will call that like part X. It's like your part X. It's like your inner person that's trying to keep you comfortable and keep you safe and like whatever. Kind of negative. It's a little bit negative. Like, oh, let's get out of here. Let's not hang out at this party. Let's like stay safe. Or hey, those people are looking at you. They must be thinking this. Like, you got to combat that. So whenever I start to feel that, I'm real self-aware of that. If I start to have that feeling like, ooh, I don't think these people like me, then I just lean into it. You know, that's what I do. It's hard to do that. But when I do it, it's exactly how it's been described to me. The exercise was like, when you're feeling something a little uncomfortable, you got to just lean into that. And then on the other side of that is some good stuff. So I met some really cool artists. And exchanged some stickers, but I got to meet Eddie, and it was good. We were talking about, I said, man, we should do like a collab. Like, that would be cool. I don't think he's done anything with VeeFriends, but like an Eddie Gangland writing a comic strip might be fucking, or freaking cool. Try not to curse. Right. Megan, my social skills are lacking. Yeah. There's a really good book I read called The Tools. It's just called The Tools. Highly recommend that. Do that, look at your comments. How long have I been an artist? Pretty much all my life, I think, that I can remember. Very proud of me. Oh, thank you. That's nice. The Real Little Hopkins says today is August 13th, 2024, United States Central Time, and I am the Real J Hawkins. Well, thank you. Yeah, I always draw in red. A lot of different reasons for drawing in red. Gratitude is amazing. Start every day with some gratitude. Ex-mom, I will tell Gary you send love to X. Tell Gary I send my love. Okay. I do believe Gary listens to the streams. He knows. He watches everything. Not live, maybe, but Yeah. Yeah, Eddie Gangland's awesome. Let's cool. What you say we open up? Oh, it's 9:30. Okay. Let's do this. Camera. Blue. I'm opening up the new minis. I got the narwhal. Here, nifty narwhal. These are not available yet, as of yet, to the public. Got these from Mr. Squishy at VCon. He loaded up my bag. Well, it didn't load it up, you know, just gave me some to open up on these streams, so thanks again. Scott and the minis team. Let's see who's in here. We got all new characters to look at. And oh boy, we got one of my favorites. We got a cynical cat. Bubblegum cynical cat. He looks very happy though. He's very happy. Bubblegum cynical cat. We got a bubblegum cynical cat. Also opened up a bubblegum fearless fairy. I broke my other camera view. I'm sorry, guys. That's my end. You gotta end this stream alarm. That's an adaptable alien. Also mentioned in Gary's keynote. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. For the stream. I'll be back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. 8 a.m. the rest of the week. Eastern time. For more. And I'll probably have more thoughts about VCon that are like more put together. Today was kind of like I just got off a plane last night. Got home around midnight. Got some sleep. Woke up. Here I am. Appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate all of these awesome gratitude notes from you. We'll be opening them throughout the week. Please read the comics. Subscribe to the channels. And we will see you real soon. Have a great day. VeeFriends are forever.